Hey guys, Cubehamster here with a new video on the Kerbal Space Program. I've been really eager to continue this series. As you can see, I updated the version 0.18.2. I have no idea what they added, but yeah, I don't know. I just didn't bother last time. So let's do some stuff because I was just browsing through like all the applications, all the parts. And I stumbled upon something which I find intriguing, which is the ion propulsion system. And the reason I find it interesting is because it actually uses xenon gas. So it's actually propelling ionized gas. And someone in the last comments, thank you, told me that the ISP value, I hope you can read it in I hope you're watching in HD, is actually the sort of efficiency of the engine. And this engine is really efficient fuel-wise. If I compare to the ISP of like 370 on your standard liquid engine, yeah, it's really good. There's one major downside though, and I've no idea how that's going to influence, but as you can see, it actually uses a lot of electric charge, whereas the other propulsion system doesn't use any electric charge. So that's going to become an issue, but I just wanted to do a test, so I made I think I saved it, yeah, a xenon test. Oh, it's an unupdated version. I actually had one minor adjustment. I had for lols. Wait. No, yeah. Okay, there we go. I'm ready. Okay, so let's check this out. So I got 700 xenon gas. I only got 50 electric charge. And if I press G now, look, I'm learning. There we go. It's just like my ion engine. I actually have the engine aimed upwards. And I think it's going to deplete, I'm expecting pretty fast if I only have 50 electrical charge. So yeah, so now it's running. If I go higher, oh my god, that goes really fast. Okay. I want to mess with this though, so we are probably gonna make a setup with a lot of batteries. I'm guessing I'm gonna need some solar panels and stuff, and I want to get one of these ion engines in orbit and see what you can do with them. Because I think for like long distance flying, they would be perfect as long as you have enough solar panels to keep filling up the electrical charge. Because like this test used 1 xenon gas, and the tank is tiny. It's like microscopic, no mass whatsoever. So I'm going to do some more research on that. Behold, the Cube Polo 2. I wanted to experiment with a couple of different thingies, and obviously this is going to be another xenon engine test, but we have to get into orbit first. So I got 3 liquid engines and 3 large liquid fuel cells, then a splitter with another liquid fuel cell above. And then we have a decoupler, a smaller liquid fuel engine, then a small partition. And I'm actually looking at it now and I'm missing probably something pretty significant, which is the winglets. So let's add those to help keep it in a steady trajectory. Now I'm hoping once all these fire I'll be out of orbit, so I don't really have to worry about winglets because that's all just extra weight. And then we have the small engine, small fuel cell, decoupler, SAS, and then at the top we got 5 ion engines, and I strapped on a whole bunch of solar panels because yeah, like we tested, it consumes electric charge like crazy. and I'm sort of hoping that this is going to be enough. It's 12 photovoltaic cells. Photovoltaic cells. Yeah, that was the English word. And then I have a radial mounted parachute there. So I'm hoping this is going to be enough. And I'm hoping that we are not going to crash and burn on the way up. But there's only one way to find out. So let's actually move that whole bunch down there. Now down. Hello? There we go. And this is probably just going to let go once we activate. So let's activate the SAS to keep us in a straight trajectory up, and then hopefully this is not going to do, yeah. Huh. That actually seems surprisingly stable. That is cool. Okay, so the idea is this is what's going with the fuel there. Okay, so it's first taking the fuel out of the top one, and then it's going to take the fuel out of the other ones. So we get quite a bit of thrust. Let's see. Once I get... I'm still sort of struggling either to go full throttle or to not go full throttle, because like the faster you go, the more drag you get, because the amount of drag you get is sort of equivalent to, or no, not equivalent, proportional to your velocity squared. But yeah, I'm not sure. Anyways, I want to get sort of an angle. Now, like that, slow down. Something like there. So let's activate the SAS again. And we are almost out of fuel. We are also almost out of the lower part of the atmosphere, so that's good. And then in a moment we'll decouple the bottom part, and the winglets are probably not going to do that much anymore, so let's get rid of that. And then go! Burn! There we go. So long, sucker! So it's going to fall down. And let's actually try and get some more horizontal momentum. There we go. Because our trajectory... Whoa! Let's just stop the engine for a moment. That was a good launch. So what do you know? Apparently if you strap on more missiles, it helps. Yeah, you're going to crash and burn. Okay, well, it's going to take us 2 minutes to get there. So let's soak up the atmosphere for a bit, and then I'll speed up time. But this is going pretty darn smooth, I'd say. So let's speed up a bit. Very nice. I'm glad. Okay, so let's slow down a bit. Hello, there we go. And let's turn off the SAS, because we have to start burning fuel again. Possibly go a bit more horizontal. Like so. And I don't have to go full throttle, I think. Nah, I'm gonna go full throttle anyway. Okay. I'm gonna burn upward just a little bit. A little bit more. Turn off. So I'm attempting to keep the the max altitude, or the max orbit. I'm trying to keep that in front of me, if that makes sense, or at least keep it close to me so I can get like a steady orbit. But I seem to be failing pretty badly. Oh, there we go. So now it's increasing again. So that means I could probably lower it a bit again. Trying to keep it steady. Steady as she goes. Is this fuel efficient? I don't know. You guys are probably gonna face palm or something, or but at least tell me in the comments if I'm doing something incredibly stupid or inefficient. I mean, that's the way it helps. So how's the fuel going? Pretty badly actually, and we are not even in orbit. We are not in orbit. Well, that's gonna put our xenon engines to the test, that's for sure. You're going down fast. Oh, you're already gone. You burned up in the atmosphere, I guess. Fuel is almost gone. Almost gone. I'm scratching my head. One initial horizontal burst and it's gone. And then we are not in orbit. No. So that's somewhat of a derp. There we go. That's all we have. Okay. Well, then now I can get rid of that crappy thing. That's gonna actually crash. That's sort of a good thing as well. How do we activate the solar panels? Go. 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 I think this thing is gonna look pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah. And that one. And that one. And 3 more to go. Now the question is, these engines I have. Look, that's a lot of solar panels, and that one's gonna hopefully turn the other way around. There we go. Sweet. I still have the SAS attached. So now I actually have to turn the other way around. And let's see if these things are powerful. Go. Instantly ran out of fuel. Okay, well, guess I'm gonna see. I mean, that's so many solar panels. There we go. Okay. Note to self, more solar panels, even though I have tons. Is it helping though? That's the question. Not a lot. Well, actually, I mean, it's gonna take 13 minutes for me to get there, and I'm pretty much gaining like 1,000 kilometers every 2 seconds, 3 seconds, something like that. So this is actually pretty efficient, it seems. Although it's not really a pretty way to get into orbit, I have to admit that. That much being said. But look at this thing. Gotta admit, that looks pretty epic. And it's tiny. Tiny, lightweight. With tons of fuel. It feels like one of those neon lights, you know, what you see if you go somewhere where there's neon lights and it's just blinking. Sort of shows like poverty. Badly maintained engines. But it is working though. Let's aim a bit better. Yeah, we are getting there. Let's actually get full power and see if I go full power. I can probably just have it at max and have it constantly go on and off to get maximum effect. Yeah. We just need more solar panels. I'm actually only running like 1.5 of these engines right now. Even though the sun is just lighting everything up. Well, I'm just going to get into orbit and then, yeah, we'll see how much fuel we have left. And let's also find out what we could possibly do with that fuel. I'm doubting we can do much, but we'll see. Be right back. I just realized something as I'm flying next to my debris. I'm actually creating... am I creating? No, it's probably going to crash down, but I have to be really careful about creating like space debris because basically they can, it's like shit, all sorts of shit going around the planet. It can crash into you, and they actually have that problem in like real rocket science as well, because NASA actually keeps track of all the space debris that are in orbit. Because if like some of that stuff hits you, it doesn't even have to be big. Like if a bolt or anything like that hits you, or hits the International Space Station, and we are talking like, I mean, these things are going like 10,000 kilometers an hour, something like that, possibly more or less, I don't know. And obviously they're going in sort of similar orbit, so they won't be having that much difference in speed relative to each other, but still, if you bump into something at you know, let's say 400 kilometers an hour, something like that, that's gonna put a dent in your space station. So we have to really keep that in mind. Now this is gonna crash though, so I did a good job that, like, unintentionally, this is gonna get too low and probably do what it's supposed to and just burn in the atmosphere. And I'm actually gonna stop the engine for a moment. We are high enough now, so I'm gonna do like an orbit, and then when I'm there, I'm gonna thrust again to get a nice steady orbit, or at least that's the plan. Okay, so that took a while, but we are now in a pretty sweet orbit. As you can see, almost exactly a circle. Pretty close at 150 kilometers. So that was the goal, and yeah, these engines, hello, are definitely. Can I get rid of that? Oh, wait. No idea what I did. Where did my electrical charge go? Oh, it is there. So these engines are definitely very fuel efficient, because I hardly used any fuel to get basically into a good orbit. I still have tons, and the actual fuel compartment, that's these two tiny things. That's it, nothing else. So I could possibly, if I ever do this again, make the contraption at the top bigger, so we have more frames to add some more solar panels. And when I have that, I can actually add some more of these fuel compartments, xenon gas compartments as well. And yeah, It's pretty sweet. Possibly maybe add some at the bottom. I don't know. We will work something out. That's for sure. Yeah, this thing is just going to be in a steady orbit, and I think I'm going to just leave it there. We have plenty of fuel. Yeah, Jebediah is just going to have to enjoy. You're alive? No, just kidding. I updated version, so my save game got messed up again. As you can see, he's okay. Nothing happened. Always good. But yeah, I'm just gonna check how much time I have recorded. Might be quite a bit. Let me check. Okay, there we go. It's like 20, a bit over 20 minutes. I'm actually gonna sort of try and get these episodes to be roughly somewhere between 20 to 30, to not make them too long. And now the question is, where do I go with this series? Well, my objective is I want a space station, obviously a space station. I plan to experiment with the planes because those actually also seem interesting in the game. So that's on the to-do list. And then finally, where's the sun? Oh, we are just on the dark side of the planet. Let's speed time up a bit. Whee. Then after that, obviously have to go to the moon, and then the other planets. We'll just go from there. I'll probably, come up with some crazy ideas, or at least I hope so. At the moment, I'm having tons of fun though, and I hope you guys are enjoying it as well, because this game is really interesting. I like the whole space aspect. I'm already scratching my head if somehow I could make students try and get to the moon, like as an assignment. That would be amazing. But yeah, that's not gonna happen anytime soon. So that would be pretty epic though, as an assignment. Like have like different grades. Like if you manage to successfully go to the moon and go back, you get an A+, and then like go down from there. If you can get to the moon, but you crash there, then you get a B. If you can only get into orbit and you miss the moon, you get a C. So stuff like that. And then like have a couple classes dedicated to that. That would be extremely epic. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and yeah, we'll see you all next time. Bye bye.